Hi guys, my name is Ada May and I will be teaching the ukulele workshop during Level Up next week. So I am so excited to get started and meet all of you next week, but this little video is to get you kind of started and excited for next week. So I am going to teach you how to tune your ukuleles today. And I would love for you to give this a shot before our first class next Monday so we can all have nice in-tune ukuleles when we get started. Don't worry, we will go over this in class again on Monday, but go ahead and give it a shot on your own this weekend before we start our class. So to tune your ukulele, obviously we're going to be playing chords on our ukulele, and if it's not in tune, it's not going to sound good. So there are 4 strings on your ukulele, and there are 2 different ways for us to tune, using an app or those clip-on tuners that I believe a lot of you got with your ukuleles. So we are going to go through both ways. Your 4 strings have a letter name and also a number name. So make sure you're holding your ukulele. Your left hand will hold the neck. That is the long skinny part. Left hand holds the neck, and the body, or that curved part, you know, the body of the ukulele like a guitar has as well, that will kind of sit on your thigh, and you're going to rest your right hand over the strings across the body, all right? So most important thing right now is just the left hand, the neck is in the left hand, okay? So you have 4 strings. Your top string, the string that would be closest to the ceiling in this position, is called G, G as in girl, or it's string number 4. So go ahead and just pluck that string right over the body with your right hand. So you can feel there's a hole in the middle. That's the sound hole. We're plucking our strings right over that hole. So go ahead and pluck that 4th string, or G. Should sound something like that. If it doesn't, that's okay, because we're going to tune it up. So go ahead, now that you've plucked that string, just grab that string with a couple of your fingers like you're pinching something, and follow that string all the way up the neck. So if you're grabbing it from the body or the sound hole with your right hand, go towards your left and slide up the neck. That string is going to take you all the way to the tuning peg that is connected to that string. The tuning pegs are the things on the top of your ukulele, the top of the neck, those little pegs that stick out of the side of the ukulele. So you have 4 tuning pegs, and the one that is connected to G, you can feel it if you slide all the way up and follow that string, but it is going to be, if you were holding your ukulele, sorry, somebody is screaming outside of my house. If you're holding your ukulele, you will feel that that tuning peg is the bottom one on the left side of the neck, okay? So if you kind of grab that tuning peg, you should be able to feel a knob to the left of the tuning peg. And we'll go over all of this Monday if you have questions, so don't stress. To make the sound higher, we make the strings tighter. To make the strings tighter, we are going to twist the tuning peg in an upwards direction. So you're twisting, let's see, counterclockwise, all right? So if I twist counterclockwise, you hear it's getting higher, right? Now if you twist clockwise, it will get lower. Lower. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tune our G. I'm gonna teach you how to tune with the app. Those of you that have those clip-on ukulele tuners, depending on how comfortable you are and how familiar you are with ukuleles, I would suggest using the app because you're just tuning to that sound. If you are using a visual aspect, you can use that tuner and it will light up when it's exactly in tune, and the letter will pop up as well. So it would be, you're looking for a G and for it to light up. But I'm going to show you how to use the app. You should be getting a link to apps that you can download for your phone. There are also websites if you're using a computer. So I'm using mine on my iPhone. It's just called Ukulele Tuner, and like I said, this will be sent out to you. But I'm going to press, there are buttons that tell you each chord, so I'm going to press the G, and you can hear it. So then all we're gonna do is we're gonna twist that peg, tuning peg, up or down, clockwise or counterclockwise, until we get that right sound. So here's the G, maybe. So mine's pretty in tune right now, but if it weren't, I would just keep twisting. So I'm gonna play that G a few times, and if you have your uke, go ahead and try and twist that peg until you get the right sound. Also, be aware that if you're plucking that string and you're not hearing a change in sound, you're probably turning the wrong peg. So make sure you are tuning with the peg on the left side of your neck. It's the bottom left peg. Here's your G a few times. All right, so go ahead and play around with that, and you can tune on your own time when you have an app or the tuning, the little tuning device as well. Next, we have our C, or our third string. So that is the second one from the ceiling, the second highest string, all right? So we just had our G. Now just pluck the string right below that with your right hand. That is your C. Now your C, if you follow it up, is gonna be the top tuning peg on the left, all right? So it's on the same side as the G, but it's higher. It's the top one. This one, the same way, because it's on the same side of the neck as the G peg. If you turn clockwise, it's gonna make it lower. Counterclockwise, it's gonna make it higher. Or if you turn to the left or up, that is gonna make it higher. Down or to the right, lower. So I'm gonna play our C and let you try and play around with that for a second. All right, moving on, and I don't expect you to have your ukulele totally tuned right now. This is just kind of a crash course for you so you can try and tune it on your own this weekend. All right, so next we have our second string, or the second string from the floor. So this is the second lowest string from the ground. This is our E string. Go ahead and pluck it. Oh, my E is out of tune, so I'll have to tune with you. So if you follow it up, this one's gonna be a little different because this one is on the right side of the neck, and it is the top tuning peg. So if you feel that string, your C, your second string from the bottom, you follow it all the way up, it's the top right tuning peg. And this is gonna be a mirror image of the left side of the neck, so we're gonna turn our pegs in the opposite direction. So if we turn up or to the left or counterclockwise, it is going to make our strings looser, making it lower. So left is lower for this one. If we turn it clockwise or to the right, it's gonna make it higher. So we're looking for that E, which sounds like this. So mine's really out of tune, so I'll tune mine up while I play it. Here's your E. And we're doing pretty tiny motions. None of your ukuleles should be super out of tune. If they are, don't stress, we'll get it figured out. But your ukulele should hold tune pretty well after you play it for a little while. Like, I've had this ukulele for years, and so I don't have to tune it very often. But if you leave it in a hot car or you play it a lot and it's new, the strings will stretch out, and that's when you have to tune it pretty frequently. So if your ukulele is newer, which some of the ones you got might be, the strings have not fully stretched out yet, so every time you play it, it might be out of tune for the first week or so, which can be frustrating, but we'll get through it. All right, our last string is A. It is the string closest to the floor, or your first string. And if you follow that one up, that is your bottom right tuning peg on your neck. And same thing, if you turn it clockwise or to the right, it's gonna make it higher, or counterclockwise to the left, it's gonna make it lower. All right, so here's your A. All right, and like I said, I don't expect you to be tuning pros on Monday. We will go over it all again. But this is just to get you kind of started. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them to Bonnie or Hannah, and they can send them my way. And I can't wait to see you all on Monday. So have a great weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.